Olympics this past year, right? Yeah, pretty impressive. The women's and the men's, they did fantastic. John was on the 2012 U.S. Olympic team, so give it up for John. He is the reigning U.S. national champion in the all-around, correct? So that is impressive as well. So, like I said, we are very fortunate to have him here today to talk to you guys a little bit about maybe what he's done, how he's accomplished some of his goals. Maybe he'll answer a few questions and everything, and obviously, sign some autographs and get some pictures. So, once again, John Orozco, guys.
Well, thanks for having me here, guys. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about how I got started in gymnastics, the Olympic Games, my journey leading up to the Olympic Games, all the things that I had to go through to get there, and a little bit about national championships and how it's going to be here in August, and it's going to be awesome when you guys come, each and every one of you, support us. Anyway, so I got started when I was 8 years old, and my dad used to work for the Department of Sanitation in New York City. And he came home with some flyers one day, and he thought, gymnastics might be a really good fit for John. And he's telling my mom, I was doing Taekwondo at the time, and he said, I really wanted to try gymnastics. So he brought home some flyers that he found in the city, Manhattan, and he said to me, what do you think about this? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And I went in the next day, and I loved it. And actually, I was 8 years old, but the flyer said from 9 to 12. But since I was there already, the gym owner said, you know what, all right, we'll give you a chance, we'll see how it goes. So I did a little trial lesson, and they ended up having me train there for free because they wanted me to compete for their team. So that's how I kind of got started, and then I moved to a gym in Westchester, New York. I went to Chappaqua, I went to World Cup Gymnastics, and I trained there from when I was 9 years old till I was 17 years old. And then I graduated high school, and I went to the Olympic Training Center. And the original plan for me was to graduate high school, and I was going to go to Ohio State and compete for University of Ohio State. So that didn't happen. I came here in Hartford in 2010, and it was my first senior national meet, and I think I was on vault, and it was my second to last event. It was the first day. And I was really pumped. I was doing well. I was top 3, and I was 17 years old. I was like, yeah, I'm doing great. And I did Yurchenko double full and tore my Achilles tendon. And I actually got up. I saluted, and I actually thought I broke my ankle because that's what hurt. I didn't feel my Achilles, so I stood up. I saluted. I was like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm like, I'm not okay. And then finally, I had to go to the doctor. Everything was confirmed. Tore my Achilles. And so college was a little bit iffy then because I knew I wanted to make the Olympic team, but I also wanted to go to college. But I thought, you know what, with this injury, I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough time to focus on studies and gymnastics, and I really want to make this Olympic dream come true because I only have so much time before my body says no. So I decided to go to the Olympic Training Center and train for the next 2 years as intensely as I could to make the Olympic team. So I did that, and I finally got to the Olympic trials, and everything was just falling into place pretty well, and I was really excited. And actually, Olympic trials was more nerve-wracking for me than the Olympic Games because it's kind of like, it's a surreal kind of feeling, you're at the Olympic trials, and you're like, raising your hand to salute, and you're finally thinking like, oh man, like, this is it, this is make or break it kind of thing, So I went to the Olympic trials, I made the Olympic team. It was a great feeling. It's weight of the world's lifted off my shoulders. I can call myself an Olympian for the rest of my life, and it's a great feeling. My dreams come true. Well, half of my dream. And the other half is being a medalist. Hopefully I'll make that come true in the future, 2016. So I'm at the Olympic Games, and this is it. I've been training all my life for this. And I remember the Olympic Village was like my favorite part of the Olympic Games. And I remember we were all flying in, and we were on this bus, and the cobblestone roads in London was like really cool, and they have all these cool old-fashioned style buildings, and all the Olympic Games are going on. It's really, really cool. And you see, Michael Phelps walking by, and Serena Williams standing right behind me. And it's actually a funny story. Serena, we were walking into the Olympic Village, and you had to go through security. So she's talking to one of my teammates, and I turn around, I'm like, oh, nice to meet you, what's your name? And I'm like, why did I say that? She's like, I'm sorry to lose. And I was like, oh yeah, of course.
You probably said it like this, right? Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
A little bit taller, right?
Yeah, I look like a Mexican, I swear. But like sweetest woman ever. I mean, the Olympic Village is just great. Being with all the athletes from different countries, from all around the world, different sports, it's really, really cool. So competing at the games was a dream come true for me, and I was just so glad and honored to be there, and to be able to compete and represent my country in the most prestigious sporting event in the world. And hopefully, you know, if you guys stay dedicated and you know what you want to do, you know your dream is to make the Olympic team, you're going to be dedicated and be very persistent with your practices, very focused, and your dreams will come true. So, I went to the Olympic Games and it was really fun. I'll always cherish it for the rest of my life, the memories that I made there. And then I went on tour, Galaxy tour after, and I tore my ACL and meniscus in the show, trying some hard skills that I was supposed to be doing. But now I'm recovering. I'm back at the Olympic Training Center, working towards Rio 2016, and that's a long-term goal. But the short-term goal for me is to be here for national championships in August, from August 15th through the 18th. So hopefully I'll be ready for that. At least I'll be competing 4 events, I think. I hope. So, and hopefully trying to make better memories than the last time I was here in 2010.